Is it still possible to find wildlife in its purest form without humankind's interference? We wanted to find out, so we headed to the Galapagos, the inspiration for Darwin's On the Origin of Species. Upon arrival, we learned 70% of the indigenous plant species have been killed, and animals including the giant tortoise, marine iguanas, blue-footed boobies, green sea turtles, Galapagos sea lion, and penguins are all endangered. We began to wonder if the Galapagos would be the pristine wilderness of our imagination, or if we were too late. You'd think it would be an easy trip from Panama, but traveling from one remote place to another by car, plane, bus, and ferry took us about 2 days. Normally, we sail places, but we decided to fly primarily because our dog Yoda is not allowed at all. We'll discuss the pros and cons of flying versus sailing to the Galapagos in an upcoming video.
We made it alive, and I didn't get sick. I would say it's a success.
Good morning. We're at the Black Pearl Hotel on Isabella Island in the Galapagos. I cannot believe it. It took pretty much 2 days of travel to get here, but we are so excited to be here, and today we are going on a hike. We're hiking the Sierra Negra Volcano. So we've got somebody picking us up here in just a little bit, and we'll be on our way.
Isabella Island is the largest island of the Galapagos at 1,771 square miles. It's larger than all of the Galapagos Islands combined, is one of 4 inhabited islands, and fun fact, it straddles the equator.
Okay, we're here.
And the hiking begins. This hike is the perfect first adventure to have in the Galapagos. These are truly volcanic islands created from layers of hardened lava and over time evolving into the habitable landmass we see today. To walk the face of one of the youngest volcanoes in the Galapagos truly gives us a first-hand look at how life evolved here. Though, the arrival of human settlers has drastically altered the landscape. No fruits and vegetables grew naturally on the Galapagos, so the settlers introduced many species to the islands, including the guava tree. A fast-growing and aggressive species, it creates an umbrella effect preventing light from reaching the native small bushes and shrubs. It has also developed a symbiotic relationship with an indigenous moss that grows prolifically on its branches. During the wet season, the moss retains humidity, and during the dry season, it releases this moisture. Previously, this humidity was used by indigenous species, but now the moss grows primarily on guava, so these trees soak up the majority of the moisture. This plant has killed approximately 70% of the indigenous plant species. The settlers also introduced many mammals such as cows, pigs, horses, donkeys, goats, dogs, cats, and rats that were allowed to roam free. These animals either trampled or ate the eggs of the giant tortoise, leading to the extinction of 2 and listing of many of the other 12 species as endangered.
We have reached the top of the Sierra Negra volcano, and this is the second largest active caldera in the entire world. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out.
It was hard to wrap my mind around the fact that the caldera is 6 miles wide, and just 4 years ago this very volcano erupted.
Always laugh.
After a quick stop, we were on our way again, because this was not the top.
Looks like we're approaching the first real rest stop. That was just a quick break. Now we're on to the most difficult part of the hike.
We were headed for Volcan Chico, which is not a separate volcano, but is considered a parasitic cone, which means it's another way for lava to exit the main volcano. The landscape began to transform from loose dirt and small shrubs to rock and cacti.
This is gorgeous.
Amazing, huh?
It's beautiful.
This is a fumarole, a vent in the volcano that lets hot air escape.
Oh yeah, it is. It's definitely hot air. Wow, it really is like Mars. But the contrast of the colors with the red of the lava, the red and the brown and the green of the cactus, and the blue of the water out there, it's just gorgeous. A huge thank you to our patrons. We're so grateful for your support. If you'd like real-time updates and additional content, consider joining the Harbors Unknown community on Patreon.
Right.
And you can see here, it's a highway of lava.
Give us your soul.
This is incredible.
Traveling from the deep forest into the sun. In war, there's never an option to run.
Wow.
Oh, Geronimo. Tears keep on falling, the nighttime is out.
We made it to the top.
It's incredible that each island in the Galapagos started like this, from hardened lava. It gives you an idea of the power of nature, the fortitude to survive in such a harsh environment. And me? I was tired but felt great. Moving quickly, breathing fresh air, focused on just the present moment and observing the beauty around me.
Right, break is over, time to go back. Oh wow, it's pretty narrow over here. I forgot it was going to be all uphill on the way back.
finished.
Woohoo! It's been a good long while since we've done any kind of hike, and I think this was probably what, 9 or 10 miles? 16 kilometers.
Yeah,
Felt great.
it did. Whoa.
Woo!
It's good.
So, how'd you do, Fab?
Did great. My shoes didn't do too good though. Look.
Oh no!
I don't know if that's what they mean when they say you gotta break your boots in.
No,
Is that what?
definitely not.
This is.
For today's adventure, we have rented bikes and we are going off in search of flamingos. Apparently there's a marsh and a lot of flamingos hang out there. We saw a few yesterday just on our road, on our trip back from Sierra Negra Volcano. So hopefully they're around.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet.
Oh my gosh, the iguanas look dead.
Yeah, it's early in the morning.
There's one, he's alive. He's on the move. All right, we're gonna go see if we can find some flamingos. Right now, we've got lots of black iguanas.
Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head.
Well, we saw some flamingos, only 2. There's supposed to be a couple of marshes up ahead, so hopefully we'll see some more.
I'd rather be with you than by myself. Now always in your hands.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Thanks to Fabio's thick skull, he recovered quickly and only some bark was removed from the tree.
In the backpack.
At the next marsh area, there were 6 flamingos, so a bit more, but definitely less than I was expecting. It was still neat to watch the flamingos skim the water with their beaks, searching for shrimp. We learned that because this is a La Niña year, there hasn't been much rainfall. The marsh water is quite salty, making it inhospitable for shrimp, leading to a scarcity of food for the flamingos. Consequently, they've moved on to other waters in search of nourishment. During our walk through the marsh, we also came across a tortoise breeding center, which houses Galapagos tortoises in all sizes and stages of development. The team here is working to increase the population of these ancient animals and reintroduce many of the offspring to the shores of Isabella Island. So off we went on a bike ride along the coast to see some of the tortoises in the wild.
Well, at least one turtle in the wild. Look how cute he is. It's so beautiful here, this big, long, wide beach with the white sand set against the blue of the water. It's gorgeous. All right, it's the end of that bike ride. I think we're gonna stop and get some lunch, and then we've got our adventurous shuttle ride back to Santa Cruz Island in just a little bit.
Arriving in Santa Cruz was a bit of a shock to the system. It's a modern tourist town where animals and people coexist amidst the souvenir shops, restaurants, bars, and tour agencies. For some reason, I was expecting something more natural, but I suppose it makes sense given all of the people visiting the Galapagos. It was on our trip to North Seymour Island, just off of Baltra, that we got a taste of the wild Galapagos we were looking for. The uninhabited island is home to boobies, swallow-tailed gulls, one of the largest populations of magnificent frigate birds, land iguanas, and sea lions. It was awesome to see these wild animals in their natural habitat without the interference of humans. The visit was part of our liveaboard dive boat itinerary. The only way to access the island is via boat, and you must be with a guide. Watching the male frigate bird's mating dance with his scarlet balloon on full display, it was as if we were in a nature documentary. I can't explain why I'm so drawn to these wild places. It's as if a magnetic force is pulling me in. I can watch the waves crashing on shore and sea lions frolicking for hours. I suppose it's like a kind of meditation when you're so completely present. I feel a childlike joy and am absolutely content. The best of our adventure mingling with wild animals was still to come. Join us next time as we venture into the underwater world of the remote Wolf and Darwin Islands in search of the formidable yet alluring hammerhead and whale sharks.